All right, everyone. Welcome to our 31st episode of Everyday Thoughts, and let's get straight into it. So, the thing you never see coming ends up being the biggest game changer. What does that mean? Basically, when you plan something and you account for everything, and you feel like you've accounted for enough, you probably haven't because there's some sort of risk that doesn't even make sense, but that is probably going to be the thing that changes the circumstances the most. So, if you plan something, plan it the way or like you really, really want to play it through early. Just plan it that way that you feel like you're over planning it so much. Like, why would you plan for this? It doesn't make sense. Why would this happen? This and that. Because the small things in the end are probably the things that you didn't account for and that made the biggest difference. And then that also plays quite well into the 80-20 rule, which basically says that 20% of, for example, 20% of workers make 80% of the work. And what does that mean? So basically, a minority makes the biggest impact. And that is also really well comparable to exactly that, what I said just moments earlier, that the smallest things are going to be the biggest game changers. But you can also apply that to your just everyday life and find the like free activities that have the most impact and that basically make the direction that you're going into. So if you analyze them and you find out, wait, these are extremely good, I'm going into a good direction, or wait, these aren't really that useful to me and I'm not benefiting from them in any kind of way, then it's probably time to rethink them. And of course, you also have the other 20%, but like 80 to 20 is quite a big difference. And at the start, you should be thinking about the bigger things and then look into the smaller things and how you can optimize them. And then, what I also found really interesting is the statement that happiness comes as a gap of expectations and circumstances. And that when you are really unsatisfied with something, that's when the most change comes, and that's how innovation comes to play or even exists. So, as humans, we always want more. And if you compare our just life quality to people from like 100 years ago, it's by miles better. But it has become the norm. So we're not feeling like, oh, well, this is so great because it's just a norm and we're always striving for more. So, and also with comparing ourselves to everyone else, especially with social media, it's very easy. You have a very easy situation where you just see everyone. For example, you see somebody driving a Bentley or this or that or that, and that becomes a new norm for you. And you're thinking like, wait, I have to go beyond that to feel happy. But probably once you reach it, it's your new norm again. So it's not going to make you fully happy. What does that mean though? Well, to be honest, I think it's just a really interesting concept of how happiness works. And why it also plays into it is that the anticipation of getting something or having something is a lot more fulfilling than actually getting or owning a thing. So, that being said, it's just where the thought of something being makes us more happy than the thing actually being. And that's why I, for example, just strive to be better all the time, because the thought of me getting better is just limitless, since you can always get better in something. And that way, I'd say it keeps me happy for sure, more than it used to. And I think that's a quite decent life philosophy. And do I want to say something else? Um, no, I think that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you around.